and more. It's one of the 3 busiest days of the year at the library, so they'll open up a separate parking lot, too.
Ask to be patient. Get on one of our shuttles, our complimentary shuttles that will take you up our hill. Once you're at the top of the hill, lots of fun, things to do to keep you busy all day.
She says the current exhibit features Egypt's lost cities. Bob Brill, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Events go from 10 to 3 today, and there are also going to be events at the Nixon Library in Yorba Linda starting at 10. Admission there is half off. Construction of an ambitious new science complex at UC Irvine is about to get underway. The $185 million Samuel E. College of Health Sciences is one of the biggest projects in the university's history. UCI officials tell the OC Register it's going to bring together its existing School of Medicine with a growing nursing school and other pharmacy and public health programs expected to launch later. Work at the 9-acre site at Bison and California Avenues is expected to start this month. Federal prosecutors recommending a prison sentence of more than 5 years for a man who pleaded guilty to conspiring to obtain hundreds of stolen televisions that were stockpiled in L.A. area rental units. Prosecutors say the man was a member of a West Coast operation of an international fraud ring posed as Navy contractors. They convinced companies to ship them more than $1 million in electronics without payments up front. He's the first of 8 defendants being prosecuted in Maryland for the scheme. A new study finds that courts are not properly screening out unreliable psychological and IQ tests, and that's allowing junk science to be used as evidence. The research says a lot of the tests have not been reviewed in the field's most prominent manuals, and of those that were reviewed, just 40% were graded favorably. Such tests can be used to sway judges or juries and influence whether somebody gets custody of a child or is eligible for bail or gets capital punishment. 9:50, Greg Jarrett checks your money.
When the question is tea or coffee, it seems coffee is winning. In the UK, almost 900 million fewer cups of tea were drunk over the 12 months through May of 2018, according to trade publication The Grocer, to the point that Lipton owner Unilever is weighing the sale of that tea portion of its mammoth business. Unilever's following a consumer shift to coffee as the primary source of caffeine, with coffee shops proliferating from London to Beijing. Starbucks boss Kevin Johnson doesn't see the trend slowing.
We can build new stores and grow, for the rest of my lifetime in China. It is that big of an opportunity.
Luxury tea maker TWG founder Taha Bokdib says, meanwhile, he's expanding his reach.
Definitely the target will be the U.S. because the U.S. it's a market that is extremely different from all over the world. Means we must be there ready. We must go big.
In the UK, apparently those who don't drink coffee favor herbal alternatives over traditional tea. We check your money at 20 and 50 after each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Greg Jarrett for KNX 1070 News Radio.
Tributes for Kobe and more, and that's coming up in about 1 minute. It's 9:51.
2 commutes a day, 5 days a week, equals 10 commutes. Save just 10 minutes on each, and bingo! You've added 100 minutes to your week. 100 more minutes with your kids, 100 more minutes on the golf course, 100 more minutes for whatever's important to you. Traffic every 10 minutes on the 5s around the clock, only on KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
This is your Business Minute, brought to you by Opus Bank.
Hi, I'm Robert Minsky, Senior Vice President and Head of Commerce Escrow and RPM Investments, divisions of Opus Bank. We've been in the escrow and exchange business for almost 40 years now. Whether you're new to real estate investment or a seasoned veteran, one of the key tools that we make sure our clients take advantage of is an IRS 1031 tax-deferred exchange. It allows investors to defer capital gains on their real estate investments. What that does is that gives the client the opportunity to reinvest all their capital and build their wealth. Oftentimes, we're handling the escrow for a client of our income property banking division, and they're relieved to learn not only can we handle their escrow, but we can also handle and process their 1031 exchange. What this does is allows for a seamless transaction while they take the time to find their next investment property.
Want to explore how Opus Bank can help your business? Visit opusbank.com/escrow to learn more. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
9:52 on KNX. Tributes paid to Kobe Bryant at last night's NBA All-Star Game in Chicago. The crowd addressed by Lakers legend Magic Johnson, who said Kobe was passionate about basketball and L.A.
He was also passionate about being a great father, husband, filmmaker. Young man won an Oscar, So we all are hurting.
Current Lakers superstar LeBron James said some of his favorite memories of Kobe were playing on the same Olympics team in Beijing.
Gaining inspiration from him because of his drive. I think it's been amazing. I'm happy to be a part of it this weekend. Obviously, me being a Los Angeles Laker myself, there's going to be a part of me for the rest of my life.
Clipper star Kawhi Leonard won the All-Star MVP award, now renamed for Kobe Bryant, and said that was very special.
It means a lot. Towards later on in my career, started to talk to him a lot. Got a lot of advice from him.
And there are also tributes to Kobe from singer Jennifer Hudson and rapper Common. Friends and family of basketball coach Christina Mauser gathered in Huntington Beach for a private funeral service. Mauser was among those killed last month in the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash in Calabasas. Mauser was former coach at Orange County's Harbor Day School, where Kobe's daughter Gigi attended. She also worked at Kobe's Mamba Academy in Thousand Oaks, where they were headed at the time of the crash. Mauser is survived by her husband and 3 children. He was a smash hit on the Great White Way, and now a 70s and 80s rock star has plans to return.
David Byrne wrapped his run in American Utopia on Broadway last night, but he'll be back. The critically acclaimed show based on his life will return in the fall for another 17 weeks. Spike Lee says he'll direct the film version to be released this year. In the meantime, Byrne is scheduled to perform with the American Utopia musicians on Saturday Night Live a week from this Saturday. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Good news for people who enjoy California wine. Prices are expected to drop to their lowest level in years because of a grape surplus. The problem is compounded by a drop in demand as more millennials choose liquor and ready-to-drink cocktails. The annual State of the Wine Industry reports as consumers could enjoy the best retail values in 20 years, and the low prices could last up to 3 years. The number of Americans with the coronavirus has doubled. That story at the top of the hour at 10 o'clock. 9:55, traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5. Here's Rick Smith.
We got a problem in West LA now on the northbound side of the 405. It's the connector to the 10 East. 3 cars pile up as that transition block. You're going to be slow right about the 90 Marina Freeway, and then mid-city, right at the end of the Lancia.